What's up, YouTube? This is King Gio on the house. What's up? Live doing DoorDash. Today was whack though. But anyway, let's go live, guys. Let's go live as we are doing these live jobs. Don't forget, guys, today is Friday, Freaky Friday. So today we're going to talk about unemployment. What has it done anything? Give me, I know because it's done good for you because you're getting $600 extra a week, right? But they're talking about if they do the stimulus package, will unemployment be included? Which they probably will, but perhaps not at $600. Something's big is gonna happen because Trump is behind the polls, and when you're behind the polls, you want something big to happen. So that's what that's what he's going to do. Something big's gonna happen with he's gonna do something. It's gonna happen this week because they go to recess. I think August the 3rd or August the 3rd or the 5th. They go back to recess, summer recess. And the next opportunity they got it's in September. We're not gonna wait that long because the election is just being 2 months away. So yeah, guys. So that's what it is. Yesterday, Nancy Pelosi spoke on. She spoke yesterday. She said that they want direct payment, which means those streets, direct deposit, and all that kind of stuff. And she said about unemployment, anything that has to do with the stimulus, unemployment is going to be involved in it. Because the Republicans want people to go back to work, but who's going to go back to work with all this chaos? Let's just say hypothetically, this isn't as bad as people say it is, right? But what happens? People are already scared. The fear is in them. So why take that chance? Why take that chance on an if, on a conspiracy theory? Right? So can't take that chance. I wouldn't take that chance. You guys, so let's talk about unemployment. Let's talk about poor. Let's talk about a lot of people have been getting more money with unemployment than they did while they were working. And me personally, I think they took a little bit too much, $600. But hey, it is what it is, man. The good thing about that you get the $600 with the unemployment that the state gives you. That's good. If you're behind on bills, you were able to catch up. I know some people that got $5,000 in retroactive pay. People got $8,000 retro pay. So with $8,000, if you got 2 G's or 3 G's that you're back pay, you can pay that and still have some more money on you. So you have to make sure guys, guys and girls, or people out there in general, if you did something illegal, I'm gonna tell you this from a legal point of view. If you did something illegal to get poor, remember this: they might not go after you, because they're not gonna waste their money going after you, stuff like that. But when all this computer stuff keeps coming out, when the computer gets audited, or when the computer audits, and they find out that you didn't qualify if you're poor, you're going to be required to pay that money back. And like I said, they're not going to arrest you. But whenever you do file for income tax, you're not getting your money back. A lot of people are getting away with that because the IRS has an antiquated system. The IRS is the only government branch that has, not government branch, but the government office that still hasn't had their computer updated. They have a computer that's like 25, 30 years old. They update it once in a while, with new software. That's not the thing with the computer. Your computer, you have to, when you get new software, you have to get a new computer system completely. It is what it is. When you overflow a computer system, when you overflow it, it has a tendency to slow down and has a tendency to miss a lot of things. So we're getting to that point that we say, okay, you know what? But that's what it is in unemployment. You have to, I don't know, man. You should hustle out there. I'm hustling doing DoorDash. But for those who are getting unemployment, take it. For those who are going to get the stimulus, if anything happens next week, the stimulus money they should solve that between the ending of July, the beginning of maybe August 1st, the latest, because they're going to recess on the 3rd, and they're not going to they're not going to waste their time. Oh, we have to do this, So they're going to do it by next week. They'll have a resolution. Democrats are going to say, okay, we want this. Because the Republicans want us to spend $1.3 trillion, right? $1.3 trillion. And the Republicans are like, and the Democrats want to spend close to $3 trillion. The Republicans are like, well, that's too expensive. Tell me what's too expensive. You have a country where people pay taxes every year. You have a country where people bust their ass every year, and you're telling me that's too expensive. But when there's a crisis, when the government gets a shutdown, all senators, all governors, all mayors, or House of Representatives, they get their pay, right? So while federal employees don't get their pay in a shutdown, they get their pay. No matter what happens with the economy can be bad, and they still get paid. So how can you have the audacity to say it's too expensive? Don't you print money? Then print. You could digitize the money. Print the shit out of it. The value of the dollar will go down. But you keep the people happy. Because it's incredible that when they want their taxes and you don't pay your taxes, they go after you. They will arrest you and go after you. And then make sure they get every little penny out of you. Right? So here we are, we're paying taxes, and and for them to say it's too expensive. Come on, really? Look at how many senators make money. I was astonished that Nancy Pelosi worth $13 million. DeVos, all those people out there they're getting paid. The head of school of education, DeVos, she's worth millions because that was the whole cabinet when Trump came in, his whole cabinet was rich. The $1 million club, each one of them. But anyway, he even took this is how stupid Trump is. He took the Jets owner and made him, the Jets owner was a billionaire from Johnson & Johnson, and made him, I don't know, some attaché to Europe or some of that. A man who got no experience. Why would you do that? He can even run the Jets. And attaché, just to give him. And you look at all of them. And but to say that the Republicans to say that it's too expensive. Come on, guys, what's too expensive? You should have given out $1,200. You shouldn't even given out $600 a week. That's 612. That's 6 times 4. That's $2,400. No, 6, 12, 18. Yeah, $2,400 in a month. $2,400 in a month they're giving away to 30-some-odd million Americans. $2,400. So the one thing I didn't like was that you have to there were a lot of people that they got it, the stimulus, and it's a shame. If you got homeless people, you should give it to the homeless, and homeless people who are in shelters. Get them an EBT card or debit card, and they don't spend. Do something. They have to get money too. Just because they're homeless doesn't mean that they we have to ostracize them and keep them out of society. No. But that's the way it is. The stimulus check should be something that everyone should get. I was a little bit concerned about how many people got, that they did all the forgiveness, but they didn't do with child support. So if you owe child support and you was getting and you were getting your stimulus check, and your child support is more than your stimulus check, that's gone. In my case, I'm paying child support for a child not even mine. Ain't that something? And the only reason I pay for it because the judge and I have a family. If not, I would have done jail time. I wouldn't bother him. And I would have said, Your Honor, you might as well just keep me here. You might as well keep me here until that kid turns 18 years old or 21, because I'm not planning to pay. Give him 3 meals a day. I don't care. Keep me there for 5 years. I'll go to college in jail. I'll get my bachelor's. I'll get another bachelor's. When they ask me, when the big man comes to me, yo, what you here for, man? Like, child support. I'm real bad. I'm real evil. I'm getting home, guys. Today, DoorDash was horrible. The app sucked. Yeah, guys. So now the car is. I bought them the pieces. So I bought basically all the pieces. I want you to see it. Let me see it. Tomorrow. You see right here. You see? If you can see it right there. I bought everything. You know what it had wrong? It had the throttle body. That's why I didn't take no gas. So I got the throttle body from a junkyard. All those pieces are junkyard pieces. I bought them today. And then tomorrow I'm gonna buy the hood. And once I buy the hood, I guess next week I'll have it something painted. If I get money, I'll have it painted. So I want to say thank you to Raymond Rivera, who did GoFundMe, Maria Larios, who sent me some GoFundMe. So I was really appreciated. That's with that money I was able to buy the pieces. The pieces came out to $390, but the guy gave it to me for $350 without taxes. And then I got another guy who's going to put the pieces. I took them out, but he's going to put the pieces back in, and then next week I'll have it painted. So I just got home, guys. So yeah, let me turn this off. Okay, so that's what it is on unemployment. There haven't been much on it, but I want you guys to tell me how has this money affected you? What is it going to do to you when it goes out on July 31st? When it goes out July 31st, no one's going to go back to work. Rotate device. Look at that. No, rotate device this way. Oh, these kids. Kids are great, but sometimes they're incredible. Sorry about that, guys. This is Friday night. Let's talk about let me see what this is for. I want you guys to see, this is my backyard. I moved from Staten Island Gertrude, North Carolina. And this is my backyard. That's wood in there. I burned wood from there from the winter time. Got right there. My line goes up to there. And then you just go over here. Maybe you guys can see it. Goes up to there. This is the back of the house. In the front, you guys already seen the front, I think. You know, and all this is because God gave it to me. So we got to give him the praise. Lo mejor es que usted le cuente